Hello, everybody. Yes, it's me. I am here. I am somewhat functional. And welcome to the first AMTV live stream. This is going well, of 2022. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you all had a fantastic Christmas, a lovely New Year. First things first, I think we've got to get the obvious out of the way. If you missed it in yesterday's review of Eve of the Daleks, unfortunately, I have come down with a certain virus. I won't say the name just in case the YouTube censors don't like it, but the Big C will refer to it. I unfortunately came down with the Big C. I'm okay. Thankfully, my symptoms or effects aren't too. They're not too severe. Thankfully, I'm having no issues with my breathing or anything like that. I feel it a lot in my nose, my throat, my chest. I feel very tired, very exhausted. But I'm resting as much as I can. I'm isolating here in this room where I make videos, so it's an excuse to keep me working. So that's good. But yeah, I don't panic. Don't panic. Thankfully, I shouldn't need any hospital treatment or anything like that. I am double jabbed. I've had my booster, which I do think has helped lessen the effects. So if you haven't already, go and get your booster. Let's see who we've got here then. So, hello Macra. Hello to the Gerkuman. You can't believe I named the stream that. Ah, well, we'll get into that as we go. Hi Rebecca, hey gang, nice to have you here. Jack, can't believe you've done this. The title's already causing so much controversy, I love it. Who else? The Gerkuman. Oh, well, Macro do exist, Oh, well, wait, no, there are no such things as Macro. But mate, don't worry, Kyle. I am pacing on. I am on the mend. So let's not talk about the Big C. Let's talk about Doctor Who. So, first and foremost, let's talk about the New Year's Day special itself, Eve of the Daleks. Now, personally, I had a great deal of fun with this one. I thought it was a really good special, probably my favourite special of the New Year's Day ones that have come out over the last few years. You can check out my full review if you haven't seen it already. It's on the channel. You can get my full thoughts there. But, of course, one area that people love for me to talk about, of course, is the viewing figure angle. Now, at the time I'm doing this, it's only the 5th of January, so the only information we have, are the overnights for Eve of the Daleks. We don't have the 7 days, and we certainly don't have the 28 days, though we do have those for the Flux episodes now, so if you give me 2 seconds, we will get into those in just a moment. So very looking forward. Can you tell I can't really speak properly today? It's not good, is it? Let me just get the I'm just getting up my Word document. Do you remember from... Oh, that's my email. Do you remember from a few live streams ago? So, if I remember how to do this, we'll kick on over. So you should have my desktop feed now. Let me know in the chat if you can see the document before your very eyes, the viewing figures document. So this has been updated. For anyone who didn't see this before, because I'm a massive nerd and I love numbers, I like to document Doctor Who viewing figures and all that good stuff, really. So here's what we have for Jodie's era. The top ones, as you can see, are mainly Series 11. In fact, for the overnight, Series 11 does occupy all of the top spots, the top 11 spots there from 1st to 11th. Then you get Series 12. And sadly, Eve of the Daleks falls right at the bottom of Jodie's era with 3.21 million viewers watching overnight. This does place it 29th out of 29th out of Jodie's era. So before anyone jumps into the comments with it, because I know there'll probably be some people who will, before anyone jumps in with it, 3.21 million is still not the lowest overnight figures in the show's history. That record is still very much the Eaters of Light from Series 10, which had, I think, 2.89 million. And there's a few more. There's 2 more, actually. Lie of the Land, also from Series 10, got 3.01 million overnights. And Battlefield, back in 1989, got 3.1 million as well. So, it's in the bottom 5, which is a shame, but it isn't because sadly there are those people who like to make up information like this and say it's the worst overnights ever. And it all depends how you phrased it. Context is important. Is it the worst overnights of the New Who era? No. Is it the worst overnights of any era ever? Well, of Jodie's, sure, but not of the entire show. So it is a shame, and I must admit, I was quite surprised it was only 3.21 million, considering this is a, New Year's special episode. They tend to do well. I mean, if you look at the others, let's scroll up here. So Resolution is 10th of Jodie's era. Spyfall Part 1 is 12th, and it is actually the most viewed overnight episode of Series 12 that there is. where is... Oh, God, what's it called? Oh, right underneath it, actually, is Revolution of the Daleks. So, yeah, the special ones, even on New Year's, tend to do quite well. So it was a bit of a shock that this one has now ended up at the very bottom, I have to say. There's various factors that play into this. There are reports, if you look on tweets from like Lizo Mazimba, who's the BBC's entertainment correspondent, and various articles, viewing on New Year's has been down on the whole. Obviously, that's no excuse. This came 6th of the day, I think, behind various other programmes. I think The Tourist did the best. But let's just look over to the 7-day figures. Now, as I said, we don't have those for Eve of the Daleks just yet. They'll come out in a few days' time. The chart is mainly similar here. Spyfall does beat some Series 11 ones for the 7 days. But we do have Series 13 as a whole. So ranking top is a Halloween Apocalypse right there with 5.79 million. That places it 15th for Jodie's era in 7 days. The second one is War of the Sontarans with 5.1 million, going 20th. You have Survivors of the Flux, Chapter 5, with 4.72 million. That comes 24th. The finale, 5.5 million. So, yeah, Flux, the last 3 places are Flux. So, again, in the 7 days, maybe not enough people are tuning in on the 7 days. I'll give it that. That does seem to be down this series. Again, there's other factors into that, but that is a decline. And then this is the 28 days one. So, again, Series 11 mainly charts highest. The first one, again, is the Halloween Apocalypse, which had 6.39 million. Once again, placing it 15th. And then you've got War of the Sontarans, Survivors of the Flux, Once Upon Time, The Vanquishers, and Village of the Angels. So, sadly, a lot of Flux is still taken up. In fact, Village of the Angels in last place there with just over 5 million viewers, which, again, sadly makes it the lowest of Jodie's era in terms of the 28 days. So, I think from a factual standpoint, it's absolutely fair to say that the viewing figures are down. But again, you've got to look into the reasons for this. More people aren't watching conventionally. Some people are watching at different times. It's all the things I've said before. And if you want to choose it as doom and gloom, then, I mean, you're completely valid to do that. But you're sort of cheating yourself and the audience as well. In fact, the BBC recently released a statement on their iPlayer figures saying that Doctor Who was one of their most searched. I think in the whole year, this is all of New Who, by the way, there was about 50 million streams, with 7 million of them being just Flux. So Doctor Who's, in the grand scheme of things, in the way it all works now, Doctor Who's not doing too bad, isn't it? Yeah? So, what we will do then, that we've just talked about Eve of the Daleks, I'm going to flick it on back to me. Oh, no, we're not. We're going to do Find and Replace, apparently. So let me just... Oh, no. Have I set the hotkey as the wrong thing? Oh, bugger. Well, you're going to have a look at my Twitter feed for a sec. There we go. Hey, back to me. See, I'm working this out. Let's have a look at some of your comments just for a sec. Is the AMTV store still open? No, unfortunately not. That's closed down. Macra says, do you seen the iPlayer figures for Flux? Yes, yep, just covered that. But yes, I was glad to see those as well. What have we got? You know what is a masterpiece? The Horns of Nymon. It's funny you mentioned that, Clacker. I'm actually watching The Horns of Nymon. Well, not right now, but in my isolation, that is what I'm watching. Gotta love those Nymon. How many Nymon have you seen today, dear viewers? And you've also said it got at least 5 million, was worried it would start to get into 4 million. Well, it may do in the future, but then it may not. It's all to play for. Also, just an apology, if I sound a bit out of it or unenthused or whatever. Sadly, COVID can really do numbers on you in that sense. I'm sure any of you guys will understand that if you've had the misfortune of going through it. Hopefully you haven't. So with the upcoming stuff then, we know the Sea Devils are coming back, which is very exciting. I mean, the Sea Devils really have only been in 2 televised stories. How crazy is that? Obviously, the Sea Devils, their debut in 1972, and Warriors of the Deep, which went out in 1984. So, they have had stories, but not nearly as many as you'd might think. So it'll be great to see them again. And with Series 14, there's all these rumours, but this recently did the rounds on social media. This is from Reddit, I believe, from our Doctor Who news page. So it says 14th Doctor casting, and the source is apparently a BBC Studios production assistant, but, you can take that for what you will. Bad Wolf have cast the 14th Doctor. The casting was finalised on Wednesday the 29th of December. There were 3 actors in the running: Lydia West, Nakuti Gatwa, sorry if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, and Tiana Miller. According to one of my colleagues, West has secured the role. Ollie Alexander is in advanced talks with RTD and Bad Wolf to be West's companion. Now again, I'm going to get this wrong. Is it Saoirse? Saoirse Monica Jackson is also a name being mentioned as a second/supporting companion. Series 14 will begin filming in May of 2022 for broadcast in April of 2023. The 60th anniversary special filming will follow this in late 2022, early 2023. Now, of course, this got everyone talking quite a bit. Obviously, any sort of news regarding Series 14 is, going to be quite exciting. But there's a few things I wanted to mention in this. I believe in the official press release when they announced RTD. I've just got to check. Oh, you're still seeing me. Oh my goodness me, that's so bad. Right, hang on. Well, you heard me read it. You watched my lovely face read something. So let me kick on over. Oh, I hope you're seeing it now. Are you seeing it now? Oh yes, you are. There we go. Back to me. So there you go. So yeah, I believe the official press release for RTD's return did say he would take over from the 60th anniversary in 2023. I can't remember if they said it was going to be a special, implying it'd be late 2023, or it'd be for, earlier in the year. But I'm certain the wording of that said he'd return for the 60th anniversary and the series beyond, which could be Series 14. So that last little paragraph there just makes me question the validity of this. Also, the 3 actors in the running, yes, those 3 actors have been popular names in the running, especially Lydia West and Tiana Miller. Ollie Alexander is his companion. I'm not against that. I just think with West and Alexander working literally side by side in It's a Sin, and that was only last year, just how the industry works with TV. I don't know how willing they'd be up to pair those two again. They might do. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not too sure about that myself. But yeah, actually, those 3 actors, if any of those 3 were cast, and that'd be very exciting. I mean, I do believe they must have either cast or will be casting and announcing soon who the 14th Doctor is, because if they are going to start filming in the spring of 2022, then they'd ideally need to reveal who the new Doctor is, because otherwise we know what's going to happen. People are going to go to where they film in Wales, and they're going to see who the Doctor is, and we're going to have grainy 144p pictures online, and it's going to be a mess. So I do think, certainly in the next couple of months, that it will get announced who the next Doctor is. Just who and when, we'll have to wait and see. But what do you guys think about this news? Do you buy into it much, or are you not really in that camp, so to speak? Because I know everyone's sort of got different takes on this, I think. So let me just quote. Joseph Adams says, my friend is working with Ant and Dec next week. Oh, that's exciting. And Philip is here. Hello, Philip. Nice to see you, my friend. I might be joining Philip on his own live stream tomorrow evening, so do keep an eye out for that as well. See, I keep busy during my COVID isolation. So yeah, lots of exciting news there, eh? So, I think it's only fair we get into talking about the reason why you're all probably here, which is the title of the first part of the title of this video, which is The Twin Dilemma is Based. Now, a little bit of backstory, a little bit of context, because again, context is important. I do enjoy The Twin Dilemma. It's frequently voted as being the worst Doctor Who story of all time, which I think is such an unfair moniker to have. It's really not that bad. When you think about it, it's really not that bad of a story. It's okay. It's quite fun in places. There's certainly flaws with it. It's not perfect by any means. There's stuff I would have done differently. So many things. But it is what it is, So I've actually talked about The Twin Dilemma a lot. I've had to defend it a lot. I've done it on with my mate Davies, who of course makes the Broke Cannon videos, if you're familiar with them. We talked about it there, at least the first half of it. I talked about it with Genesis of Androzani. You should go and check his channel out, by the way. Drop him a sub. He makes some great stuff. We had a proper in-depth chat about it. Basically, I've chatted about The Twin Dilemma quite a lot. And even on Twitter, it's sort of like a joke or a running meme that I always defend it and things like that. So I thought what would be fun to do, and I'm just going to get it now, I thought it would actually be really fun to go on the good old tier maker website and actually show you for myself. I'll put it on now. So here you go. You should see the tier maker website. I'm going to decide which stories I think are better than The Twin Dilemma, and I'd watch over it, and then the stories that I wouldn't watch over it. So this is probably going to cause some controversy. I'm going to start with Classic Who first. So this is every Classic Who story. You can see the Twin Dilemmas there in the middle. So we're going to go through and we're going to see which ones are better in my opinion. So An Unearthly Child, where it all began. I will have to give it above the Twin Dilemma. Of course, An Unearthly Child is where it all started. It's a brilliant bit of television. If I could break it down individual episodes, I put episode 1 of Unearthly Child up here and the other 3 under it, but alas, I can't do that. I'd also put the Daleks up here. Great first introductory story. See, this may all seem one-sided at first, but there's going to be some in there that will surprise you. Edge of Destruction, great TARDIS 2-episode part I'd put in there as well. Let's see, what about, let's see, Marco Polo, yeah, I'd put that over the Twin Dilemma. The Keys of Marinus, nah, sorry, Vord fans. I'd rather watch Twin Dilemma or Keys of Marinus. Keys of Marinus for me, a little bit too long, a little bit too ploddy. I do need to watch it again, it's been a while, but yeah, just when I think of them instantly, like instant memory, I'd probably watch the Twin Dilemma. The Aztecs, no, I'll put it above the Twin Dilemma. The Sensorites is definitely going under. It's nothing. The Sensorites are cool, man. You know, we've all bought the B&M figures, just like the Ford. They're cool, but yeah, again, too ploddy, bit too slow for me. Reign of Terror, yeah, sorry, historical fans, that's going there as well. I don't know. I do like pure historicals in Doctor Who, like Marco Polo, great early example. But yeah, Reign of Terror just doesn't do it for me. If you're enjoying this, by the way, and you think more people want to weigh into the conversation, please feel free to share this on socials or whatever. It'd be great to have more of you guys in. Thank you to the 12 of you who are here, though. It's very much appreciated. Planet of Giants. Oh, that's above the Twin Dilemma. Planet of Giants, I think, is a very underrated Doctor Who story. It's not one you often see get talked about quite a lot, but it's a 3-part. It's really swift, really smooth, and I don't think it needed that 4th episode, really. I kind of like it as a 3. Dalek Invasion of Earth, yeah, that's got to go. But, oh, no, that's got to go above for me. That's a cracker. The Rescue, no, I'll put it above, yeah. Just about. There's just enough good stuff in there that is... that I'll keep it there. Let's have a look at some of your comments so far. So the Stylish one says, Keys of Marinus to me avoids the pacing problem a lot early stories have by telling several stories that only last an episode. That is a fair thing. That's a fair thing. It just doesn't work for me. The Romans, yeah, it's going down there. I know it's a comedy, but it just... not really for me. The Web Planet's going down here too. Sorry, Web Planet fans. I do like it. I like the ambition, but I'd pick the Twin Dilemma over it. The Crusade, yeah, that's going down there. It's a bit dry. Space Museum, no, it's going down there. It's that Unearthly Child thing again, where, what is it? Part 1 is like really, really good, and then the rest of it for me just falls flat. So I'm just going to brush over those a sec just so you guys can see the full screen. I'll read some of your comments a little bit later. We have The Chase. Oh, The Chase is a load of fun. That's going up there. That's just a fun little romp. The Time Meddler, no, down there for me. Sorry, Monk fans. Galaxy 4, which of course has recently been lovingly animated. Galaxy 4. God, where would I put Galaxy 4? No, it's going down there. Soz. Mission to the Unknown. Oh, no, it's going down there. Mythmakers is down there as well. Daleks Master Plan is going above. Daleks Master Plan is like chef's kiss, in my opinion. The Massacre, right, if I'm doing this tier list purely on story, like, what would I watch the Twin Dilemma over? I would watch the Twin Dilemma over the Massacre. I'm really sorry. As I would the Ark, but not as I would the Celestial Toymaker. Series 3 of Doctor Who, or Season 3, I should say, is literally a very mixed bag for me. Some stuff I really like, some people, some I really don't, so that's just the way it is. The Gunfighters, actually a really fun story, but it's going down here. I'd rather watch the Twin Dilemma over that. The Savages, yeah, sorry, Stephen fans. The War Machines, I'm actually going to put the War Machines up here. I do quite like those little war machines. I love the little figure that Eagle Moss did as well. But yeah, really great 60s story. The Smugglers, yeah, down there, soz. The 10th Planet, that's up there. First Sidemen story, brilliant. I should probably rattle through these quickly. We've got a lot of stories to do. Power of the Daleks, yep, that's going above. Highlanders is going below. Sorry. Underwater Menace is also going below. Moonbase can go up there. Macroterra. Ooh, Macroterra. Where do I put you? Well, there's no such thing as Macro. I'm going to put it underneath. Yeah, I'd rather watch the Twin Dilemma than the Macroterra. That sort of rhymes. The Faceless Ones. Yeah, down there. The Evil of Daleks can go above. Love that story. As can Tomb of the Cybermen. Abominable Snowmen. I know the animation's coming out this year, but from what I've heard of the audio and seen of the surviving episode, it's going down there, I'm afraid. Ice Warriors, yeah, down there too, I'm afraid. Enemy of the World is going above. Enemy of the World, so glad they found the whole thing. Brilliant story. Web of Fear, also going above. A lot of people criticise it. I really like it. I'm going to sneeze. Oh, goodness. Shattered your eardrums there, didn't I? Oh, God, that's COVID for you. Let's have a look. Oh, I said the word. Oh, the big C. Let's have a look at some of those comments. You won't accept the gunfight as slander? Ah, well. I'm afraid that's just going to have to be the way it is. The whole premise of the twin dilemma is flawed. Space is mostly empty. The eggs would take an eternity to make a planet, and the vast majority of planets and stars are uninhabitable. It makes no sense. You know what? You are absolutely right. But this is Doctor Who, which makes it based. Absolutely based. So, I will continue. I'll come back to the chat in just a few moments. So where do we get up to? Fury from the Deep, that is down here. Do you know what? For all the hype Fury from the Deep always got, it's touted as this legendary lost story. And when I listened to the audio, I did really like it. But then I watched it in animated form, and the story, it wasn't even the animation. The story just didn't really do it for me that much. So that's why it's going below Twin Dilemma. Wheel in Space. Oh, that's tough. Oh, no, it's got to go down there. I like the surviving episodes I really like. The rest of it on audio is not for me. Dominators, yeah, down there without a doubt. Dominators is a contender for my least favourite Doctor Who story ever. Sorry, Troughton stands, but someone's got to put the Dominators right there in the bin. The Mind Robber is going above, one of the best 60 stories ever. The Invasion is also going above. It may be like a few episodes too long, but it's just such a good comfort food story for me, so I couldn't put it below. The Crotons is down there. Yeah, sorry, the Crotons is there. The Seeds of Death. Oh, I see the episodes I haven't watched in a while. I'm trying to remember. Oh, God, Seeds of Death. Where will Seeds of Death go? I'm gonna put Seeds of Death below. Yeah, sorry. Space Pirates is going there, and it will stay there probably for as long as I live. The War Games is going above. The War Games is pretty good. Well, look at that. That's the 60s era done, and I think we've got more stories I'd watch the Twin Dilemma over, so make that of what you will. Let's have a look at what some of you lot are saying, eh? Let's have a look. So, what's your favourite Jodie episode so far? Even the Daleks is certainly a contender. Other than that, probably War of the Sontarans, or... I did really like Demons of the Punjab at the time as well. Revelation better be up there. Oh, well, we shall see, dear viewer. Let's continue into colour then. Spearhead from Space. This might be a positive turn. That's going up here. Love Spearhead from Space. Great opening story. In fact, you know me. All of Season 7. Let's move it. It's up there. Season 7 is my favourite classic Who season, right? So there's no way any story is going to be below the Twin Dilemma. Terror of the Autons can go up there. So can the Mind of Evil... and the Claws of Axos. Colony in Space. First colour one down there, I'm afraid. I do like Colony in Space, but I'd rather watch the Twin Dilemma. The Demons, that can go there. Day of the Daleks can just about go there for pure charm alone. Curse of Peladon can go up there. So can the Sea Devils. The Mutants has a lot of good stuff in it, but I'd rather watch the Twin Dilemma. The Time Monster. No, I'm going to put that above. The Time Monster is really, really good fun, and I will not apologise for liking it. The Three Doctors is going up there. That was my first classic Who story ever, so, kind of has to. Carnival of Monsters. Season 10 is just such a good season. Frontier in Space, absolutely. Slag off Frontier in Space. Make one more they get put in jail joke. I dare you. I mean, it's... Haha. Planet of Daleks up there. Oh, look at that. Season 10 as well. All up there. Really great season, I think. Season 11, Time Warrior. No, down there. Yeah. Time Warrior is one, I know it's first Sontaran one, but it doesn't do it for me. I don't know what it is. I can't get into it like others can, it seems. Invasion of the Dinosaurs, on the other hand. Puppet dinosaurs and all. That can go up there. Love Invasion of Dinosaurs. Death to the Daleks, just because of... It's Death to the Daleks. Yeah, okay. Monster of Peladon is going to go down here. I do like it. I think Curse is better, but yeah, it's not. I'd rather watch the Twin Dilemma. Planet of the Spiders, yeah, that's up there. So that's after the Pertwee years. What are some of you lot saying, eh? So, what do you think of Bag Boy Lover Boy. Oh, what? Is that in the background? It's a very weird film. I wouldn't recommend it for the faint of heart, let's put it that way. Since you're a fan of Series 7, says the stylish one, are you looking forward to the Annihilators? Oh my god, yes! Go and check that out on the Big Finish website if you haven't heard of it before. I really like the mutants, just the ending sucks, says Bananas Are Good. Yeah, the ending's a little rushed, maybe. The Time Monster is great, says Tent Ringer. You're absolutely right. Not just the first part, all 6 parts are. And Boo first ever ep of Sarah Jane. Yeah, I know, Xander, I'm sorry, but it's just, it doesn't click for me. I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is. But Belal nods approvingly. Yes, he does. Let's move into Tom Baker then. Now, I've made it very clear, I am a Tom Baker fan, but I'm not really an overall, like, big lover of the era. So, off to a good start, though. Robot can go up here, as can the Ark in Space. The Sontaran Experiment can go down there. Genesis of the Daleks can go up here. Revenge is so close because it's got the sassy Cybermen, but it's going down there. Terror of the Zygons. Actually, haven't seen Terror of the Zygons in a long time. From my last memory, I'll put it above Twin Dilemma. Planet of Evil can absolutely go there, as can Pyramids of Mars. Androids of, what the hell is it called? The Android Invasion. Oh, well, that shows why it needs to be under there. Brain of Morbius is definitely up there. Seeds of Doom. Would I rather watch the Twin Dilemma over the Seeds of Doom? No. I think I'd rather watch Seeds of Doom. Mask of Mandragora, no. Again, just one of those, I can't get into it. Hand of Fear. That can go up there. Beautiful departure for Sarah Jane, as can The Deadly Assassin. Face of Evil. Nah, I'd rather watch The Twin Dilemma, thanks. Robots of Death can go up there, as can Talons, despite, yes, of all the controversial stuff, but the actual story, I think, is really good. Horror of Fang Rock is a wonderful story as well. The Invisible Enemy, no. Clunk Central. Image of the Fendal. I did watch that one recently. And I can't remember a single thing about it. Okay, down there. The Sunmakers, down there. Underworld, definitely down there. If you haven't watched Underworld, you go and treat yourself. The Invasion of Time, up there. Invasion of Time, man. Invasion of Time is such a good 6-part story. Very underrated, in my humble opinion. So that's halfway through, roughly. What are you lot saying? What are you all thinking of this? If you'd rather watch Twin Dilemma over Robot or Ark, don't worry, Aiden. Those 2 stories were safe. Delta and the Bannerman over the Twin Dilemma. That's a big statement, Dr. Gary. We'll have to see when we get there. Bananas Are Good says, Kevin Lindsay was the best Sontaran actor, hands down. He was certainly very good. Shame he was taken quite quickly after he did those stories. Got a big fan of Legopolis here. We'll get to Legopolis, don't worry. Mandragora is boring. That's fair enough, Aiden. It's not that I found it boring. I just think it didn't click with me. Salami sandwich is a perfect line, though. I'll give it that. The Invasion of Time over the Time Warrior? Yes. The Invasion of Time over the Time Warrior. More enjoyable. I had much more fun with the Invasion of Time, if you ask me. So, let's finish off Tom Baker, shall we? What have we got? We have Key to Time. Oh, Key to Time. I have so many mixed feelings about Key to Time. Such a good premise. Was it realised well? Well, that's for you to decide. But Reboss Operation, that's a good start. Solid start. Pirate Planet, no. Sorry, Douglas Adams fans. Stones of Blood can go down there as well, as can Androids of Tara, and The Power of Kroll, and The Armageddon Factor. So basically, I only... compared to the Twin Dilemma, I'd only really rather watch the Reboss Operation. But yeah, sorry, Key to Time fans. What else have we got? Destiny of the Daleks, that's going up there. It's tatty, it's cheap, but I love it. City of Death. Adam's old meme. Would I rather watch Twin Dilemma over City of Death? The greatest Doctor Who story of all time? Yes, I would. I don't know what to tell you. Well, look, I watched this recently on the Season 17 set. Season 17 is very fresh in my mind at the minute. And City of Death is good, right? There's a lot to like about it. The dialogue is probably the strongest of the season. There's lots of witty lines. The Paris stuff looks gorgeous. But again, there's just something about it that doesn't really click with me. And it's a problem I have a lot with this era of the show, like the Tom Baker era as a whole. There's just something about it that just doesn't align with me. And that's okay, because it clearly aligns with a lot of you lot. But I'd just rather watch the Twin Dilemma. I don't know what to tell you. Creature from the Pit also goes down there, as does Nightmare of Eden. Horns of Nymon is... see, I'm in 2 minds because I love the pantomime-ness of it. I'd love to just laugh at it, but no, I'd have to put it down there. Sharda as well. Sharda's one of those. It gets a lot of hype, but I don't click with it. Maybe it's Douglas Adams. Like, Douglas Adams is a very talented writer, don't get me wrong, but maybe his style just doesn't click with me, because I've never really gotten into Hitchhikers either. So we're into the final one now. The J&T era begins. The Leisure Hive. There's a lot to like about the Leisure Hive, including, you mentioned Formassi, but no, I think I'd rather watch the Twin Dilemma. Same with Megalos, same with Full Circle, OE Space, State of Decay. Warriors Gate, though, I would watch over the Twin Dilemma. Warriors Gate, I love for how weird and wonderful it dares to be, so that's why it goes there. Keeper of Traken, I'm going to put above there as well, and also Legopolis. Really lovely, somber finale for the Fourth Doctor. So let's have a look at the state of things. Okay, there's certainly more stories now that I'd watch over the Twin Dilemma. The balance is tipping the other way, so hopefully you're happy with that. What are some of you lot saying then, eh? So, let's have a look. It has the Taran Wood Beast. What, the androids are Tara? Yeah, it just doesn't cut it for me. Riot. What are we rioting about? City of Death? You might as well dump Legopolis. Nah, I'll keep Legopolis. Nightmare of Eden has a very good plot. Just the silly mandrels overshadow people's opinions. I don't think it's just the mandrels. I agreed a lot with the behind-the-scenes stuff where they were like, everything's overly lit and things like that. It just ruins it a bit. Dr. Gay says, oh no, Adam, I think City of Death is quite overrated, but still, I knew I'd annoy people. Phil says, is Dimensions in Time on this tier ranking? It's not, but as you say, Phil, it is canon. So I will say now, Dimensions in Time, I would watch above the Twin Dilemma, because it is canon. Let's have a look. Aiden says, do you reckon that the fact that Tom's era is always changing and shifting in tone and style, it's not really consistent? Maybe that's why you don't gel with it completely. That's a fair assumption, but I don't think that's the case, because there's other eras that do change quite rapidly as well, and I warm to them. And maybe it's just the style of the time, or the writing, or like mid-70s stuff, but yeah, I've always been like that with Tom's era. Maybe it was too overhyped to me as a child. I don't know. So we're into Peter Davison now. Castra Valva, yeah, I'd watch that over the Twin Dilemma. Forward to Doomsday, I would not. I think it's a bit of a plonky story, whatever that means. Kinder, yes, Kinder's good. I like Kinder. Visitation, see, there's bits I like, but I'm going to put it underneath. Same with Black Orchid. Earthshock, no. Earthshock is one of the best stories out there, especially in Classic Who. Time Flight, what did you expect? What did you expect? It's bloody Time Flight. Arc of Infinity goes down there as well, as does Snake Dance. I wish really hard I understood the love for Snake Dance, but I just don't, okay? What else do we have? Mordred Undead, sorry, down there. This whole Enlightenment as well. Oh, I forgot to put Terminus first. Terminus is down there. See, there's bits I like about the Black Guardian trilogy, but Season 20 for me on the whole is a bit of a dud season, sad to say. King's Demons is down there as well. That's all of Season 20 down there. I don't know what to tell you. The Five Doctors, though. Oh, God, I love the Five Doctors. That's going above there. Season 21. So, what we got? Warriors of the Deep. See, I'm going to put it above. Warriors of the Deep needs another chance. Just look past the industrial action. Look past the murker, right? There's a good story in there, and I really gel with it. I really like it, so it's going above. The Awakening... Again, nice, and it's only 2 parts, but I think I'd rather watch the Twin Dilemma. Same with Frontios. Resurrection of the Daleks. Nah, I'd put that up there. I could always watch Resurrection over pretty much anything. Planet of Fire's down there. Sorry. Caves of Andrani is up there. Excellent finale. Twin Dilemma's obviously there in its own category. Attack of the Cybermen, I'd watch that over the Twin Dilemma. Attack of the Cybermen gets so much flack, but I do really enjoy it. I think it's a really underrated story. Vengeance on Varos, I'd put up there as well. Running out of space here. Mark of the Rani, nah, sorry, that's down there. 2 Doctors, I love the 2 Doctors. That's got to go up there. One of my favourite Colin stories. Time Lash, sorry. Revelation of the Daleks is up there. Revelation of the Daleks, right, and I've really wanted to do a video on this for so long, and I might do. Revelation of the Daleks is a serious contender, right, for my favourite... my favourite Classic Who ever. There's just so much I love about it. And maybe one day I will put it in video form, so watch that space. So now we're in Trial of a Time Lord. Mysterious Planet. No, I quite like that. Yeah, Mind Warp is also going up there, as is Trial's going up there. I really enjoy Trial of a Time Lord, okay? If you don't, that's fair. So Where are we at the state of that now? How many rows we got there? 3, 6, nearly 7. 3, 6, starting 7. So yeah, the balance, it's getting smaller, the gap, but there's just a few more stories I'd watch over the Twin Dilemma there in Classic Who. Oh, you don't want to see that. So what are you saying here then, eh? Aidan says, the Davison era is my comfort viewing. Just finished watching Castrovalva. It does. Some episodes do feel very comforting. Let's have a look. How is Arc of Infinity bad? I just don't. I don't gel with it. They try and cram all like the Time Lord mythos, and it just feels clunky. Let's have a look. Mordrin and Enlightenment have so many more interesting ideas than Twin Dilemma, which is frankly Basic Who. Yeah, but Basic Who sometimes is more entertaining. I don't really find Mordrin or Terminus that entertaining, to be honest with you. Attack of the Cybermen was my first Colin story. I agree, it's very good. It was one of the first Colin stories I wanted to see, that's for sure. I love Revelation. It's so underrated. Glad you agree. Max says, I 100% agree with your views on Revelation. Well, you'll all like this video if I decide to make it. Keep sharing the stream around, by the way. It's nice to have 28 of you now. Let's bump it up even more. Let's cause even more controversy. So, the last era of the classic series, Sylvester McCoy. Time and the Rani, I would watch that over the Twin Dilemma, actually. I find it really fun. Same with Paradise Towers. I love season 24. Delta and the Bannerman, yep, that's going up there as well, as is Dragonfire. In fact, it's likely the whole McCoy era will go above the Twin Dilemma. Remembrance certainly will. Happiness Patrol, yeah. Silver Nemesis. Would I watch the Twin Dilemma over Silver Nemesis? No. Greatest Shows up there. I think we're going to have a full era, you know. Battlefield is up there. Yeah. So's Ghostlight. Ghostlight comes close, actually. Curse of Fenric. Survival. And I would watch the TV movie over. So, there you go. There's Classic Who. So what have we got? How many's on each row? 6. 8 times 11 is 89 Classic Who stories I'd watch over the Twin Dilemma, compared to 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 6 is 66. Compared to 70 stories I would not rather watch. Okay, is that a fair ratio? There's 89 Classic Who stories I'd rather watch than the Twin Dilemma, and there's 70. So Twin Dilemma for me sits in about the middle of the Classic Who rankings. It's not at the very bottom like you all vote for. Let me see. What are you all saying in these comments? Budge Up Fury from the Deep is better than the Twin Dilemma. Sadly disagree on that one. Silver Nemesis equals crap, eh? Nah, I love the charm of Silver Nemesis. It's just season 24 love. Big up, big up. Time and the Rani over City of Death and the Macro Terror. Okay then. Yes, stylish one. I'm afraid so. If it's my opinion and I'm sticking with it. Daniel says, hey Adam, unrelated, but what is your favourite ident of all time? What is your opinion on Anne on ITV? Haven't seen Anne, and my favourite ident of all time. I've answered that several times. Go back through a few Sunday catch-ups and you'll see. So, that is one, but let's now move over to the next one. Here we go. Here is the new Who tier list. So I couldn't be bothered, also didn't know how to move that Twin Dilemma image over. So imagine the Twin Dilemma is in the middle. So it's the same thing. I'm going to rank stories that I would rather watch over the Twin Dilemma and stories I would rather watch under it. This one is all jumbled, right? I tried twice to arrange these little icons into story order, but it just kept resetting. So it's going to be pick and mix. So it's starting with Smith and Jones, the premiere of Series 3. I would rather watch that over the Twin Dilemma, as I would with Listen. Not Spyfall Part 2, sadly. Fires of Pompeii, yes. The Ghost Monument, no. Woman Who Fell to Earth, yes. The Shakespeare Code, no, I'd rather watch the Twin Dilemma. New Earth, but I'm going to put it up here just because it does mean a lot to me. It's very nostalgic for me. Deep Breath, absolutely going above the Twin Dilemma. Day of the Moon, no. Thin Ice, yes. The End of the World. Ooh, End of the World. No. I do like The End of the World more than Twin Dilemma. Rose, for sure. Town Called Mercy. No. You're going to have a lot of Matt Smith on here, probably, so sorry. Rosa. No, I would watch that. Love that story. Planet of the Ood. Yes. The Doctor's Wife. For sure. Asylum of the Daleks. No. No, that still serves as one of my biggest Who disappointments as a fan. Just how much that was hyped up. And it was like, if anyone's a Power Rangers fan, it's like how they hyped up the 20th anniversary season of Power Rangers Megaforce, how it was going to be this big throwback season, and it just was done so badly. That's what Asylum feels like to me. Time of Angels, no. Outside of Blink and then Village of the Angels, the Matt Smith era Weeping Angels stories, they didn't really scare me. I couldn't get into that mythos anymore. It's like they've been ruined somewhat. Definitely not Curse of the Black Spot. Girl in the Fireplace, yeah. Aliens of London, oh, no. I'd rather watch Twin Dilemma, I think. The Pilot, yeah, I'd watch that. Orphan 55, no. Not as bad as everyone says, though. I'd rather watch Twin Dilemma. Gridlock is up there, yes, love that. Impossible Astronaut, no, sorry. The Unquiet Dead, yeah, I'd watch that over Twin Dilemma. As I would Daleks in Manhattan. Not Smile, I do love Capaldi, but I like the Twin Dilemma more. Nikola Tesla's Night of Terror, Soz, Which is Familiar, no, that's going above. Tooth and Claw, nah. Knock Knock, sorry. Dinosaur on a Spaceship, definitely not. Before the Flood, yes, absolutely. As with The Magician's Apprentice. Season 9 or Series 9, I think is great for the most part. A lot of love for Series 9. The Power of Three, no. School Reunion, yeah, actually I would. Sontaran Stratagem, yes. Under the Lake, absolutely. The Beast Below, I do like a lot about The Beast Below. Oh, God, would I watch the Twin Dilemma over The Beast Below? No, do you know what? Give Smith some love. I'd rather watch The Beast Below. Victory of the Daleks? No. Robot of Sherwood? No. Sorry. Series 8's my favourite modern season, but I would rather watch the Twin Dilemma over Robots, I'm afraid. Arachnids in the UK? No. Spyfall Part 1? No. Into the Dalek? Yes. Wonderful Series 8 story there. Partners in Crime? Yep. What's that one? The 11th Hour. Ooh. Would I rather watch the Twin Dilemma over the 11th Hour? Yes. Oh, guys, right, listen. The 11th Hour as an entry point for... Yes, it's a good entry point for the show. I would not take that away from you in the slightest. But, again, there's just something about the Twin Dilemma that engages me more with it, and I couldn't tell you what that is. Let's see who I've angered here in the comments, eh? What are we doing? 80s Camp? Yeah, I do like 80s Camp, to be fair. New Earth is bad. That's just a matter of opinion, I'm afraid. Keep Victory of the Daleks high. Sorry. Twin Dilemma is the last Colin story I need to complete his DVDs. Well, I hope you get it soon. Cracking story. Do you watch Harry's Moving Media's Doctor reviews on YouTube? Yes, I watched the Did It Suck reviews. I actually chatted with Harry in the very first season of AMTV Radio, so you should go and check that out for sure. And hello, Joseph. Nice to have you here. No comments about the 11th Hour just yet. I'm quite surprised. So I'll come back a bit later, see what angers there. So where do we get up to? World War III? Nah, that's going down there. Rise of the Cybermen? Oh, no. That's going up there. Love that two-parter. Where's the... Oh, I can see Age of Steel. That goes above. Yeah, wonderful. Poison Sky? Yeah, I like that one. Evolution of Daleks? Yes. Flesh and Stone? No. Time Heist? Yes. Really fun episode. Angels Take Manhattan? No. No. Just no. Rebel Flesh? God, no. Saranga Conundrum? Girl Who Died? You know what? Sorry, I've got snot coming out. I'm going to say no. I'd rather watch Twin Dilemma. Oxygen, love Oxygen. As I love Dalek. It's fairly evenish, isn't it? Fugitive of the Jadoon, I'd rather watch that over the Twin Dilemma, to be honest with you. The Doctor's Daughter, yeah, I really enjoy Doctor's Daughter. Lazarus Experiment, yeah, I really like that one too. Vampires of Venice, no. Bells of St. John, no. The Caretaker. Despite it being written by who it's written by, I do quite enjoy The Caretaker, so that's there. Almost People, no. Woman Who Lived, no. Good Things in It. Extremis. Do you know what? After rewatching season 10 recently, I'm going to put it up there. I do really like most of that trilogy. Demons of the Punjab, yes, love that tale too. Praxeus, no. The Long Game, no. Sorry, Eccleston. Unicorn and the Wasp, no, not really. Idiot's Lantern, I'm sure this is surprising a lot of you. Yes, I'd put that above Twin Dilemma. I love Idiot's Lantern. Apart from the ending. Yes, the ending is a bit messed up. 42, I really like 42 as well. I won't stand 42 slander. Amy's Choice. Yes, actually. I do enjoy that one more than Twin Dilemma. Good Man Goes to War. No. Rings of Akaten. No. Pyramid at the End of the World. Yes. Kill the Moon, yes. Again, very underrated story in my opinion, Kill the Moon. The Zygon, is that the... Yeah, Zygon Invasion. So that's part 1. Yes, actually, I would. Kablam, no. Can You Hear Me? Comes close, but no. The Empty Child, yes. Impossible Planet, yes. What's that one? Human Nature, oh god, yes. Science in the Library, wonderful. Lot of tenor, but hey, partly I grew up on it, but I also think they're really quality. Let's Kill Hitler, no. Cold War, no thank you. The Hungry Earth, no. Zygon Inversion, yes. Let's have a look at some comments. Who have I annoyed now, eh? So, 11th Doctor do be a bit generic, not gonna lie. That's a fair opinion. I think maybe, well, I don't know if that's what I felt. I just always felt that disconnect with the Matt Smith era, even when I was a teenager watching it on broadcast. Maybe it was the age I was at, I don't know. But hey, if you're an 11th Doctor fan, that is valid and more power to you. 11th Hour started very well and ended in pure cringe, in places it did, I think. Doctor Who can do that a lot, I think. I don't think any part of the post-regen Modern Who episodes are great. Oh right, 11th Hour is just the best of a bunch. That's fair. Is Hellbent as bad as everyone says it is in your opinion? No. And I'll talk more about Hellbent when we get to it on here, which I think is pretty soon. When we finish the Twin Dilemma, we need to do it again till we have 1v1. Ooh, that'd be fun, wouldn't it? Girl Who Died, Woman Who Lived is the only New Who I haven't bothered to get round to. I'd watch it. I'd recommend watching it, but yeah, it's one of the weaker links, I think, of Series 9. Right, back to this then. Mummy on the Orient Express, wonderful. That's going above. Lie of the Land, a bit of a disappointing conclusion, really, wasn't it? Haunted of Villa Diodati, really strong story. That's going above. The Witchfinders is also going above. Really like that one. Father's Day, oh god, yeah, love Father's Day, love it a lot. As is Family of Blood. Forest of the Dead, yeah, I'd put that above as well, you know. The Satan Pit, yes. Night Terrors, a lot of good ideas, but no. Definitely no with Hyde. Cold Blood, no. Sleep No More, no. Empress of Mars, no. Flatline, yes to Flatline. It Takes You Away, yes. I really like It Takes You Away, and I ain't going to apologise for it. Ascension of the Cybermen, no. The Doctor Dances, yes. What's that one? What is that one? Love and Monsters. Yeah, do you know what? I love Love and Monsters now as an adult. When I was 10, when it came out, I really didn't like it. I even go as far to say I hated it. But as I've gotten older, I've really grown to love it. Got a lot of love for Love and Monsters. How are we doing on these charts? So we're on row 5 there. Okay, so there's more stories I'd watch. You know, the balance is positive. So Midnight. Oh, God, yeah, Midnight. Midnight's up there. Blink, yes. Absolutely. Girl Who Waited. Yes, one of the better Matt Smith episodes for me. As is Vincent and the Doctor. Journey to the Centre of TARDIS. No. In the Forest of the Night, I will defend it, but also no on this occasion. No in comparison to Twin Dilemma. Face the Raven, yes. Battle of Ranscott Av Kolos, no. Eaters of Light, no. The Timeless Children, no. Although I don't mind the Revelations before anyone starts. Utopia, oh no, that's going above for sure. Fear Her, no. God Complex, no. The Lodger, definitely not. Turn Left, yes. Absolutely wonderful. Dark Water, yes. Some of the best Capaldi moments. Heaven Sent, of course. Has to go up there for me. Crimson Horror, no. Boomtown, no. World Enough and Time, yes. Bad Wolf, God, yes. Love a bit of Eccleston Finale. Sound of Drums, yes. Mwah, Chef's Kiss. Army of Ghosts is up there. Stolen Earth is up there. We're on a roll now. Pandorica Opens is not. Oh, God, I don't know. Series 5, man, it just doesn't click. Doesn't click on the whole. Closing Time, no. Nightmare in Silver, no. Parting of the Ways, yes. The Doctor Falls, yeah. Hellbent gets a yes. Hellbent, I discussed this quite a lot with Genesis of Androzani. We talked about the Capaldi era as a whole. Hellbent is not a bad story. Hellbent had a lot of good ideas. Not all of them were executed in the best way, but I loved Capaldi's performance. I loved what it meant for his character. I didn't necessarily like Clara's departure, but I loved the dynamic it put between the two of them. So I could probably do a whole video on it, but I will always try and defend Hellbent to the best of my ability. What have we got then? Love and Monsters do be amazing. Glad you agree. Love and Monsters would be improved by removing Peter Kay and the slab ending. Okay, so two of the main cruxes of the episode then, eh? How would we know if Ethan had a love life? This is the big question we must ask ourselves, folks. For you, Journey to the Centre of the TARDIS was the most disappointing episode. As a kid, I thought it was awful. It was another one of Series 7 I found disappointing, especially when you looked at the premise of it all, I suppose. Trying to tuck my hair away now. Twins before Pandorica, no! And hell bent over it. It's fine, it's your opinion. I'm glad you acknowledge it's my opinion, Aidan, but yes, sorry. I'd take Twin Dilemma over it. So, let's have a look. Where do we... Death in Heaven, yes. I love the Series 8 finale. Again, not going to apologise for that. Journey's End, yes. Doomsday, yes. Last of the Time Lords, absolutely. Wedding of River Song, no. No. Big Bang, no. Sorry, Matt fans. Planet of the Dead, no. Name of the Doctor. There's three. That's the finale of Series 7. No. Day of the Doctor's going above. Great 50th anniversary story. Waters of Mars. Absolutely. End of Time. Oh, there's part 1. And I'll put part 2 there as well. I know it's not everyone's favourite. Christmas Invasion. No. I'd rather watch Twin Dilemma. Sorry. Resolution. No. Revolution. No. Runaway Bride, though, I would watch above Twin Dilemma. I think Runaway Bride's a lot of fun. Voyage of the Damned is going there as well. Not the next Doctor. Not Christmas Carol either. Or the Doctor and the Widow in the Wardrobe. Or the Snowmen. But I would choose Time of the Doctor over the Twin Dilemma. So you have nothing to fear there. Last Christmas. Yes, that's going above. Husbands of River Song. Yes. But not Doctor Mysterio for me. Twice Upon Time, absolutely, yes, that's going above. Now we're on to Flux. We're near the end now, you see. So, Halloween Apocalypse, would I watch that over Twin Dilemma? Yes, as I would War of the Sontarans, not Once Upon Time. Yes to Village of the Angels, not Survivors of the Flux, probably not The Vanquishers, but I would watch Eve of the Daleks over it. Nope, not there, there. So there you go, that's Modern Who. So, before we count it up, let's have a look at what you're saying. Master Sanders says, I've just woke up from my hollow sleep and this is something interesting. Well, I'm glad you think so. Kyle says, thoughts on Billie Piper as Rose in the early series? I loved her. Perfect audience surrogate, in my opinion. And Aidan says, I'm honestly not keen on the 50th how many years on. Shoot me. I wouldn't shoot you, Aidan. Don't you worry. That's completely your valid opinion. So what have we got here then? So it's 11 to a row, isn't it? That's what we said last time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 88, 91, 94, 96. 96 episodes. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 77. Okay. So there's 96 individual episodes of New Who I would rather watch over the Twin Dilemma. And then 77 episodes of New Who that I'd rather watch the Twin Dilemma over them. So again, that's more to New Who, but Twin Dilemma's roughly in the middle. So I hope you enjoyed these little like fun experiments. I just wanted to go through classic and modern Who just to show to you that yes, I am serious about defending the Twin Dilemma. I am serious about liking it, and that there are several Who stories, both classic and modern, that I would rather choose the Twin Dilemma over, as you can see from the pair of these. But, you know, at the end of the day, this was just a bit of fun. This is just my opinion. If you don't agree with it, that's absolutely fine. I'm not saying you have to whatsoever. I'd be curious to know what you think. You know, where would you put... I'm not saying you have to list in the comments of every single story and where you put the Twin Dilemma, but like roughly, you know, does Twin Dilemma go at the bottom of your list? Is it somewhere in the middle? Is it even anywhere near the top? I've always been curious to see if the Twin Dilemma is a favourite Colin Baker story for anyone. There has to be at least one person. It's not mine, but there has to be at least one person out there, surely, where the Twin Dilemma is their favourite Colin Baker story. For sure. Be interested to know. Well, I'm going to wrap things up in a few minutes, partly because I am exhausted. This virus is making even talking on the live stream feel more exhausting than it really should be. But, well, thank you guys for sticking around. I guess I'll just do a little bit of updates regarding the channel. So 2022 is here. So what does that mean? Well, some of the shows that already exists will stick around with new releases like the Now Review and stuff. Episode 100 of the I Don't Review is entering really early stages of being made. It's probably not going to come out for a few months, but if I can pull it off, I think it'll be quite spectacular, and I hope you guys do too. History of Doctor Who viewing figures. Again, early work is starting on the Wilderness Years episode, but remember, again, this virus has sort of knocked me. I've already started cutting work back, so things might get delayed or pushed back, and if that happens, I do apologise, but I do have to put my health first on this occasion. So that's coming. As I mentioned in the Here's to 2022 video as well, I've got a Blu-ray drive now, so I can actually get proper Doctor Who footage from like the DVDs and the Blu-rays to use in videos. So I want to make more videos like that are look-throughs or video essays or whatever you want to call them on specific stories. So, you know, like Revelation of the Daleks, and I've got some other ideas too. So watch that space. But let me just have a read of a few more comments before we go. Oh, Macra, bless your heart. £10, eh? I'm seeing that in the YouTube chat first, so it's going to pop up on the screen somewhere, you know, with the little OBS. There it is. Absolutely fantastic. And you are. Thank you so much, Macra, for the £10 super chat. Here's a late Christmas present. Looking forward to the future of AMTV. Blessed man again. Thank you so much. Thank you very much for your support last year and in this year as well. I'm looking forward to it too. I'm very, very excited to see what's to come, and I hope you guys are as well. Just to read a few more comments then before I go. Thank you for Shamrock Particle for a great video. I appreciate that. It's not the worst. Lie of the Land for me is the worst. Hate that story. I have the virus as well. It's a pain. I hope you feel better too, Aidan. Much love to you. Bananas are good says, I think Mark of the Rani is my favourite Colin story, but we'll need to watch season 22 properly when the box set gets released. Yeah, which might be very soon if certain leaks are to go by, but we'll see. Sad to hear that you have the big C, mate. Hope you get well. Thank you, Master Sanders. Appreciate that. There is no such thing as macro. We've established this. Twin Dilemma for me is 123rd in my ranking with a score of 6.875. Hey, that's not the bottom. That's a fair middle. That is a fair middle. Get well soon, says Tent Ringer. Thanks for your video. Your ratings episodes are great. I'm really glad you enjoyed them, mate. Thank you very much. Well, in that case, it's been an absolute pleasure, guys, having you aboard with me on this live stream. I do hope to do more live streams in 2022. If you have any suggestions about what you want me to do live streams on, let me know in the comments of this video, or you can like message me on Twitter or things like that. You know, really just feel free to get involved. Go and follow me on Twitter for updates as well. Keep an eye on the community tab. And also, if you enjoyed this live stream, please slap a like on it. If you haven't done already, give it a like if you've enjoyed being here tonight. Thank you to those of you who have stuck around. I really do appreciate it. And do subscribe to the channel as well if you're new. We'd love to have you aboard. We're almost at 16,000 subscribers, would you believe? That's a big old number. But in the meantime, I've been Adam Martin from AMTV. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.